How does the human brain actually work? Hello, I'm Bob from the Two Bobs and a Laurie podcast.
Hi, I'm Laurie from Laurie and the Two Bobs.
So in this video, we'll be talking about the iceberg brain as opposed to the computer brain. And Laurie is going to explain why consciousness is real.
An analogy often used for the brain is that of the iceberg, with most of the activity taking place below the surface in the subconscious, and only a partial of the activity taking place above the surface in the consciousness. With Freud, there were two models, the structural and the topographical. The topographical model has a conscious, a pre-conscious and an unconscious, with a lot of the work being undertaken in the unconscious. The structural model has one of the id, the superego and the ego. The id consists mainly of drives, innate drives that are based in biology and occur primarily unconsciously. And then the superego is what we pick up from our culture, the haves, the shoulds, and etc. of the way we should be behaving. And there's continual conflict between these two. And the ego has the job of mediating between the two. So there is a constant battle going on in the conscious mind, trying to reconcile the unconscious id and superego as we navigate through our lives. A different perspective is cognitive behavioural therapy, where they say that primarily thoughts are controlling what is happening. So the thoughts occur first, and then that generates the emotions and the behaviours.
Okay, Laurie, well, that's consciousness, but does that really explain how the brain works?
Emotions play a larger role in our lives than we may care to realise. Jacques Panksepp has developed a theory of 7 primary emotions, and he identified these emotions through neurological studies. The 7 emotions are seeking, that is the need to go out and about in the world to satisfy needs. The others are fear, rage, caring, grief, panic, which is a need to belong and a fear of loss, playing, and good old lust. Now, these 7 primary emotions can be fitted into a hierarchical model that I've come up with. At the bottom is the primary emotions. These are the things that motivate us. Panksepp actually says that the 7 primary emotions are the motivation system. On top of that is learning, a set of processes whereby we learn to navigate through this world. And this learning is often very imperfect, where we make generalisations, so we learn from the particular and generalise across the board. On top of the learning is the feeling system, where learnings and emotions generate feelings in the area of consciousness. We become aware of what is happening internally. And then sitting on top of that are the cognitions, the actual thought processes that we go through. And this sets up a feedback system. So the thoughts actually impact the feelings and the emotions. Then on top of that, we have metacognitions. That is the ability to think about thinking. We have an awareness that we are thinking, that we are behaving, that we are doing things. It's where the self emerges. I am doing this and others are doing that.
Okay, do we really understand how the brain works? Is it even necessary to understand how the brain works?
In summary, the mind can be divided into 5 interacting components that form a feedback system. These components are spread throughout the brain, with some primarily functioning in localised areas of the brain. Driving this system are emotions interacting with a learning system at a subconscious level. This undermines the metaphor of the brain as a computer system. To understand the brain, and in particular the mind-brain relationship, we need to have a better understanding of the role of emotions and consciousness. The question is, Who is in charge, the rider or the elephant?